You're probably wondering to yourself, how do I go from being a brand new individual in business to a well-known brand? I mean, people don't know who you are. You're coming from a completely different line of work, and all of a sudden you've got to go from invisible to well-known. Well, there are some things that you can do, and we're going to start from the very beginning. Very easy tips. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. I think I finally figured out the sound thing and the light thing. I got to use a snoot today. I will turn the camera around at the end of the show and you guys can see all this fancy lights and stuff that I've got going on. My name is Elizabeth Spraggins. I am the founder of AllJOYInspired. I am also the owner of Digging from Darkness, Living in Light. Stevie Ray inspired name, by the way. Thank you so much, Stevie Ray, if you're listening out there. God bless you. And what we do at AllJOYInspired is we help people who feel like they're stuck in a rotten place in life because they've made some decisions that they regret, or things have happened in their lives that they really would rather forget, move on and create a bigger and brighter future. Well, what we do is we take all of those misfits that society has said, nah, you got to go. And we say, come on in. We got some stuff for you. We got some information for you. Your future is going to be all right. You are going to be all right, because we believe everyone deserves a second chance at creating a better future for themselves, no matter what their past may include. So today's topic, today is February 25th, 2023. It is Saturday, which is normally date night for me. So I'm kind of excited. What are we going to do tonight? Today's topic is, how do I expand my brand? Now, what that means and who I'm addressing are people who are thinking about starting a business, because it's good to get prepared before you begin your business, and people who are new in business or people who are struggling with their existing businesses. I have 15 years of experience in public affairs and branding, and I am still 6 months after leaving my former industry, still in the top 1% of all of the people who still do what I used to do. So I've got a bit of an authority on this subject. I absolutely know how to build a brand and how to become more in people's faces. So we are going to we're going to talk about how to become more visible, how to become stuck in people's heads, and how to get people talking about what you're doing or what you're selling in order to be able to make more profits. Because if you're a business owner, every single decision you make has something to do with the health and success of your business. So we are going to get started. You guys are going to have to bear with me. I am still doing something newer. I'm learning new things every day. So the first thing you want to do in order to get your product or your service in people's faces, to get them to make a move on it, is to research your audience. We're going to build a brand. And the first thing you do when you want to build your brand, your public name, your product image, is to research your audience. I mean, who are you trying to sell it to? Who can you easily sell these things to? Who needs what it is that you're offering? Who are your competitors? You need to know who your competitors are, because you want to know how they are being successful in the field that you want to get into. You also want to see how you can make what they're doing better, how you can do better customer service, maybe improve on the product they're selling. And what are your customers like? Now, here's what we mean by that. What are your customers like? In order to understand who you will be able to sell to, who will buy what it is that you're offering, whether that be a service like life coaching, wink, 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 or maybe you're selling merchandise like t-shirts, or maybe you're an educator, or you do a podcast and you sell advertising space and you need people to come listen and watch and share your show. I'm making chicks because it actually really could be today. I'll tell you guys about that in a little bit. But it's really, really important to know who your customers are. What do they spend their days doing? Is there something that they're doing during their day that maybe your service or your product could make easier for them? Or you could maybe make their life a more happy experience for them? Are they constantly stressing about being able to do one thing or another that you will be able to provide relief for? Thinking about who your customer is and getting specific about who those people are. Oh, Facebook just told me to start my show. Are you guys out there? You know what? Interrupt my mojo. Okay, I see Ari's here. All right, you know what? I got to stop doing that because I'll get to talking to you guys and we're not going to learn anything today. I'm a chatty Cathy. Whoa, I got lost. See what I do with myself. There are, deciding to figure out who your customer is going to help you when you are building your business. So before you build your business, you need to know who these people are. And it's going to make a lot of things much easier on you that you have to pay a lot of attention to and put a lot of work into and keep putting work into, believe you may. And some of those things that knowing this information can help with is what kind of product you'll sell. Now, if you've already got a product, then you kind of have to reverse engineer the process, and that can be a pain in the butt. I didn't say ass. But it can also tell you how to fine tune what it is that you're selling. Maybe you need to adjust. Say, I'll take myself for instance. Okay, I'll talk about myself because I can help you relate to that. Because you guys all know that I do life coaching. I am a certified now, licensed professional coach. By the way, ha ha ha! Yay me! Pat myself on the back, yo. I got my certification yesterday. I'm so excited. But it can help you refine what kind of product or service you're going to sell. So instead of just personal coaching, I am now offering business coaching and life coaching skills, which is going to help people create goals and to stay on track to achieve those goals. But before it was just coaching in general, which, I learn as I go. You can learn as you go. But when you think about the people that you can relate the most to, for me, it's other business owners or people who want to start a business, people who want to begin a business and don't think they can for one reason or another. But I'm here to teach those people with a lot of love and a lot of encouragement. Yeah, anybody can have a business. I mean, even even streetwise pharmaceutical reps, wink, wink. That's a business, ladies of the evening, that is a business. People who live in their mama's basement, believe it or not, that's a business. You got a product to sell and that is your charm and mom pays all the bills. Business. Everything is a business if you break it down. And knowing how to satisfy your customer and their needs and the things that they are most likely to buy, that's really going to help you narrow it down. It's also going to help you decide what kind of advertising strategies that you're going to use. Now, there are a zillion different ways to advertise. And there are people in professions specifically to help you make those choices, what's best for you. Or you can do the research or go through institutes like I did and learn advertising. It's straight advertising. And let me tell you, it still makes my head hurt to think about it. Okay. Oh, you know what? I didn't even get the music going. I feel like an a-hole. Hold on a sec. I'm going to turn this up or down. I like music. I don't know about you guys, but I really do. Okay. So we've got 40. I think I'm going to take it down to 35. Excellent. So advertising strategies. You need to know who your customer really is. You've got to narrow it down. You've got to think about this. And even people as experienced as myself in business have to constantly think about how to refine who these people are, who are either looking at your content, who are either looking for help, or people who might be interested in buying from you. You got to know who they are, and you constantly have to make little bitty changes to that because people evolve, lives change, identities change, and it's also going to help you hire employees. Yeah, we all need help, whether you hire them independently, you hire independent contractors like an accountant, that's an independent contractor, or maybe you have someone manufacture your products for you. That's an independent contractor. You are hiring these people. You need to know who your customer is in order to fine tune who your resources will be. And it's going to help you with banking functions. What does banking and banking functions have to do with your customer base? With knowing who your customer is? Well, if your customer is really pushy, which some people can be, or they take a lot of time to pay their invoices, Some people do for different reasons. Their deposits or their financial availability is set in a way where they might get paid once a month, or they might get paid twice a month, or maybe they get daily deposits. You don't know. That's why it's important to know who your customer is. And you tailor the way that you manage your own money, your business's money, based upon your customer's ability to pay you. Very important. Okay. We are moving on. I got some fun for you guys. How do you want the public to see your business? What is the mood that you want people or customers to have when they hear your brand name? These things are what make up a brand personality. You got to decide what kind of emotion you want to draw out of your customers, out of your clients, when they hear your business name or think about your product. I mean, you want to have a certain response, right? So how do you want to be known? Think about this before you begin advertising, before you begin selling. Think about how you want your business to be seen by the public. Are you a big, hairy, bearded badass? Badass is not a bad word. Are you a big, hairy, bearded badass and you sell products to veterans who are also bearded badasses or their family members? Short plug for Beard Vet Coffee. Tiny split in the show. AllJoy Inspired is a heavy, proud supporter of BeardVet.com and Beard Vet products. They have such an inspiring, no pun intended, mission for the public, for our veterans, our disabled vets, our retirees, and our prior service. God love them. I've loved them since I first became aware of them a couple years ago. They're really good people. If you or someone you know is a veteran who's struggling right now, reach out to them. And OVF is another one. OVF on Facebook, also a veterans organization, does a ton of good for our veterans who are struggling a little bit. BeardVet.com. BeardVet. They have really good stuff, by the way. I buy a ton of it. Back to what we were saying. That was an excuse for me to be able to drink my coffee on camera, by the way. I was just funny. How do you want your business to be seen? Before you open for operations, or if you are in the process of rebranding, first you got to know who your customer is. And then you get to figure out what it is in their life that you're going to make better by offering them something. Now you decide how you want that offer to make them feel. When they hire you or they buy what you're selling, how do you want to make them feel? An example I can give you. I sell really ridiculously stupid t-shirts. I sell stupid stuff. Why? Because at AllJoy Inspired, we strive to inspire people to take action in their lives. And one of the ways that we do that is by getting people in a good frame of mind and taking their mind off of things they can't control and putting them in a space where they are more in control of their emotions and their focus to be able to go to work on things that will get them closer to achieving their goals. So I sell stupid t-shirts. They have dumb things, maybe some really rowdy things, some snarky things on them. And I do that because there are a lot of angry people in the world. There's a lot of rage. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of sadness. A lot of people are losing their jobs. Some people may be losing their homes. And if you've watched this show for longer than a week or so, you'll know that I am a huge, huge proponent of laughter as being a healer, being a powerful healer of the human spirit. And someone who lives with attention deficit disorder, if I get too distracted by feeling bad about something and I have nothing to laugh about, I stay feeling bad and I stay feeling distracted. So laughter is a magnificent interruption in someone feeling tense or upset or out of control of things that are happening around them. So I sell stupid t-shirts. One, because it makes people laugh. And if just for a minute, every now and then, they look down at that t-shirt or somebody wearing it that they gave as a gift, it breaks up their day and whatever they might be going through in their day. You see someone laughing and it makes you feel good about yourself. So AllJoy Inspired, we do sell t-shirts, by the way. But that's one of the things that we offer the public is the ability to refocus, the ability to see what it is that needs to be done without being overwhelmed or monopolized by the terrible things that have happened or things that they want to forget. Laughing. That's why we offer t-shirts. Now, when you have a product that you're offering, say you sell arts and crafts, like one of my mentors, Catherine Santos, who, by the way, I was really hoping to get on the show this week, but my silly self got overwhelmed with other things. I promise I'll have her on soon, you guys. She's going to be such a fun guest to have. Oh my gosh. Oh, Microsoft, leave me alone. If you sell arts and crafts, what do you want the public to feel after they buy them? You want them to feel a little connection to a happy memory they might have had, or a sense of love that maybe a family member who's passed on once gave them. That's what you want people to have. So your advertising would be done in a way that reminds them your product will connect them to that feeling of love to someone that's no longer in their life. It's a happy thing. It's a strategic thing. It's tactical, by the way. It's not dishonest. You want to reach people where they need the most joy, where they need the most comfort. And if you can do that by offering them a product for sale that reminds them of something that makes them feel good in their heart, then that's a service. That's a good thing that you're doing. Or let's say, okay, you know how to fix cars. That's a service people offer. Car mechanics who are in business selling car mechanic help. You know, every single person who's a driver understands what it's like to have a busted vehicle. You know what it's like. You're frustrated, you're angry, you're helpless. And if someone can offer you a service to fix that broken vehicle, and they can do it for a price that doesn't make you need to skip buying groceries, that makes you feel pretty amazing, right? It makes you feel grateful. It makes you feel relief. So knowing who your customer is that would feel that way and being able to reach out to them with your brand is important before you begin the process of doing all of these other brand building exercises, which we are going to talk about. I swear, I'm trying not to be boring. BeardVet.com. I just made a hot cup of coffee, you guys. I can't bear for it to go cold. I just can't. One of the ways that you can also establish a little more teeth, a little more weight in your brand, even if you're not open yet, even if you're not open for operations, or if you are not taking clients or customers yet. I'm going to talk about this for a second. My husband is retired, just retired from the military at the very beginning of the pandemic. He is now works for the USPS as a mailman. He got inspired, no pun intended, got inspired by his wife coming to this office every single day for the last 7 months. And doing so much in such little time, he wanted to launch an LLC under our corporation. It'll be our third LLC. So what he's doing right now is he is putting the pieces together to create a brand before he begins promoting or operating what it is that he's going to do. And that's what I'm going to teach you guys to do. We're going to go over that. The next thing you do after you decide who your customer is going to be, you need to create a mission statement. Do you guys know what a mission statement is? I'm sure you've heard it a few times, but a mission statement is something that you can say to people, or that you have on your websites, that you have maybe on the back of a business card to encourage people, that it tells the public, your customers and advertisers, who you are, what you stand for, what you believe in, and why you are in business. Who are you trying to serve? I am really, really adamant about letting people know why I went into this business. And it's not necessarily to make a living. All business needs to earn a profit in order to continue serving its public. So yes, we do make money. We do need to make money, but we have a mission. And I've had this mission in my heart since before I knew what it was. So if you're out there and you're thinking, well, how in the hell am I going to create a mission statement? I don't even know what my business is going to be yet. Or I have no idea what I'm doing with my business. How can I possibly make a mission statement? You got to think to yourself, what's really important to you? What do you see happening around you that makes you sad, makes you angry? Who do you believe could benefit the very most from you putting your best effort out into the world? I mean, here's an example. The mission statement for AllJoy Inspired. At AllJoy Inspired, we believe no one should be denied an opportunity to create a successful life because of their past. We provide guidance and encouragement so all people can become business owners, regardless of the regrets they choose to leave behind. A mission statement. What do you believe? At AllJoy Inspired, we understand that people make decisions in life that they later regret. And sometimes those decisions can prevent people from creating a life that they're capable of making. I know a lot of sex workers feel like they're always going to be stuck doing it because once you do adult entertainment, most people feel like there's nothing more out there for them, that they've ruined their chances to join society. They've ruined chances for people to take them seriously. Or they've ruined their chances to attend school, to have families, to be in monogamous marriages. A lot of them believe it. A lot of people who were once incarcerated or heavily addicted to something believe that because of the mistakes they've made, there's no way that anyone would take them seriously as a business owner. And because of that, some choose to stay stuck. We believe that anyone who chooses to do the work, who chooses to be pure of heart, that they want to leave all that behind, yeah, you can build the most amazing life. You can build successful businesses. You can have a happy, healthy lifestyle. And there are people like myself and our group experts in Digging from Darkness, Living in Light, who are also business owners or up-and-coming business owners. They've all come from a story in one way or another. And they can tell you how. I can tell you how. We do that as an act of good to give back to the community. So think about what your mission statement would be. How is your business going to provide relief? How is your business going to provide joy? How is your business going to provide clarity to people? Your mission statement. And I got to tell you, as somebody who's been in business for 15 years and in this business for 7 months, I can tell you that your mission statement is going to change. As your business evolves, as your experience and your skill grows, your mission statement is going to adjust. So be open to that. So it doesn't have to be perfect right away. And I know a lot of people that I went to school with, it's something they got stuck on. And they thought about it for days and days and weeks. And it finally took someone like myself or like others reaching out and saying, hey, don't get stuck, get started. Get started and adjust along the way, because just like you do in life, physically and mentally, you go through changes. It's the same with business. Your business is a living, breathing thing. It's an ever-evolving work of art. So start with a mission statement, no matter how simple, and then change it as you grow. Woo-woo. Okay. Here we go. This one's kind of fun. If you were to describe your business or the business you want to create as a person, what would people say about it? What would people think about it? What if it was an animal? What kind of animal would your business be? Now, this is a pretty neat question. If your business was a person, say if AllJoy Inspired was a person, I think people would see it as motherly. I'm hoping that they would see it as kind and as generous, helpful, and as knowledgeable. Because if we don't have the answers, we know a ton of people who do. So we strive to present All Joy Inspired with those descriptions, in mind. How do you want people to see your business? Now, a lot of the veterans businesses that I know, they're very blunt. They're very, very straightforward. Very unfiltered is a really good word to describe the veterans businesses I know. Very unfiltered, very organized, very focused, like most veterans that we know. Also, very strong-minded, very authoritative, like OVF or OSI, OST. Sorry, Richard. Sorry, it's been a long day, man. Or like Beard Vet. There are a lot of very strong-minded, strong personality people. How do you want people to see your business? Are you shy? Are you someone who's reserved or very conservative? Or are you someone who's very open-minded, someone who believes more liberally? You think about these things after you create your mission statement while you are preparing to do other things to put more teeth and more weight in your brand. How do you want to be known in your community? Well, All Joy Inspired is not a charity because our business has operating costs, but we do offer things at a price which most people can afford, because we believe that people, when they're coming out of a dark place, their money management skills may not be as strong as they will be when they're done working with us. So we price things so that most people can afford it, or we invoice things in a way that makes it more comfortable for folks. Is that something you want to do with your business? If you offer a service for hire, how do you bill your clients? How do you intend to collect money for your service? If you are selling a product, are you going to sell those things for a high ticket price? And for those of you who are newer, high ticket means something that has a high end level of profit. Or are you going to go for volume sales? Or are you going to try to sell much more for a slimmer profit margin? And who are you selling to? Are the people that you're trying to reach and try to bring this joy to, do they have the money to spend? And if they don't, are you going to offer payment plans? Like, I know it's Shop Pay or Google Pay or something. There's one of them that offers you the ability to split up the cost of a product over 4 payments, which is pretty cool. So most of our products at AllJOYInspired.store, none of them are over $90, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but nothing, absolutely nothing costs more than $100. I know that for a fact. And I did that on purpose because the people that we sell these gift ideas and these gift products to, and the funny t-shirts, the t-shirts are all priced under $20. Some of them are as low as $12. Some of the gifts that we have, $10. Some of the products are $5 because the people that we want to sell to sometimes don't have a lot of money because they're busy serving their country or giving back to their community. So they don't have a lot of money to spend. And you got to decide how you want to price your services and your products. So, oh, this one's fun. Oh, I love this one. Okay, you guys are in for a treat. What do we do after we decide how you want your business to be seen before you operate it? What do you do next? This is a saying that when you hear it, you instantly know what company people are talking about. You instantly know what product the saying is talking about. There are ways that you can get your product and your company stuck in people's heads so they'll keep coming back. Yo! People get paid bazillions of dollars to think of this stuff. And you can do it for free. If you repeat something enough times to enough people, it will get stuck in their head. They will know it is you being described by that saying or that image or that logo. A slogan is what you need to come up with. It doesn't matter that nobody knows it and that nobody remembers it right now. What we are going to teach you, what I'm going to teach you, is how to get it stuck in people's heads. Wow. Okay, so the saying I came up with, which is part of our brand identity, who I was made me who I am, and what I'm doing makes me who I want to be. It is everywhere. It is on all of my websites. It is on all of my merchandise packaging. It is everywhere. That is what is considered a slogan. When you come up with a saying that deeply identifies your product with the reason you're doing it, and then people think about that, it's called a slogan. And now there are different kinds of slogans that you can make, of course, but what I want AllJoy Inspired to be known for, it's for lifestyle transformation and leaving a regretful or a dark past behind. So our slogan is, who I was made me who I am. Teaches responsibility, teaches accountability for the things that people may have done in their past. Yeah, I did a lot of stuff I really regret. I do. There's a lot of stuff I wish, maybe it's in different life I hadn't done. I hurt a lot of people. I regret that. I have a past that if I could go back and change it, I probably wouldn't. But I know that a lot of people have done things different than what I'm leaving behind me. Maybe they have an addiction past, a past with addiction, a past with a criminal history, a past with hurting people in relationships, or making decisions that have caused some unhappiness or unrest. Who you were makes you who you are right now. And even though you no longer want that to be a part of who you are, you can change, because what you do from this moment forward makes you who you want to be. And that's what that slogan means. Who I was made me who I am. And what I'm doing makes me who I want to be. Which means I no longer identify with that, because what I'm doing right here and now is making me the person I've always wanted to be. So come up with a slogan. And there are different kinds of slogans. You could maybe come up with a snarky saying like, Misfit Mentors, AllJoy Inspired. We are misfit mentors. We mentor the misfits that society was like, you gotta go. And we're like, nah, come on in. You are some interesting people. We want to talk to you. I want to hear about your dreams. I want to know what your goals are. I want to know how we can help you get to where you want to be. Misfit mentors. It's kind of a catchy phrase, right? I put it every once in a while, but it's not what I want the brand to be known as, but it's something catchy. Or you could maybe do like a metaphor. For instance, inspiring inner superpowers. And we all know that life coaching is not going to create, an allergy to kryptonite or, going to take over the world. It doesn't work like that. I know they're not actually superpowers that our life coaching is going to cause you to have. But saying something outrageous like that in a metaphor could get stuck in people's heads, especially if they identify with it. Or you could just have an attitude, AllJoy Inspired, because we can. Or why not? Yes, you should. Something flippant, something smart mathy like that. With the right people, depending on who your customer is supposed to be, with the right people, that's going to get stuck in their head because they're going to think, yeah, that's right. That's true. And now I want to talk to them. Now I got to see like what other connection does that business have that I want to be a part of? So we're inspiring inner superpowers. Yeah, I know I've got superpowers. I know there's greatness inside me and I can't find it. I can't use it to make my life better for me. I've got superpowers and you're inspiring inner superpowers and damn it, let's talk. And that's how you reach people. So come up with sayings. Or you could maybe create a label for yourself. Like a company for people who really lived on the wild side. Yeah. We specifically service people whose lives up until the present point have been affected by decisions they thought were fun, that they thought were without consequence, and that they thought at the time they made them, they didn't think it was a big deal. Now they understand that, yeah, it's a big deal. Now I'm having a hard time moving on. But that's living on the wild side comes at a cost. But we don't turn those people away. We love people who have an interesting strength, a perspective on life, and the ability to reach people who need them the most. So we take all those people that society says, you need to get out of here. You're a dirtbag. I don't want anything to do with you. And I say, you have a superpower, and it's going to make you a successful person. Let me show you how. Right? Yeah, I did a lot of things in my lifetime that made me unwelcome in polite society. It made me very strong, made me very independent, but it also made me very compassionate, very understanding of people who are still doing what I no longer do. I get it. I really, really get it. Why they feel stuck, why they choose to stay, why they refuse to leave the life even though they no longer want to be a part of it. Why some are still attracted to the ideas that they believe. I get it. So people that have been in a dark place, whether it be addiction or trouble with the law, or maybe trouble spiritually or maritally, if they've had some trouble in the past with those things, they understand why people make choices they regret. They have the ability to help people through to the other side. So, inner powers, inner superpowers. Or you could create a rhyme. Create a silly jingle, a silly rhyme. When they say nuh-uh, we say uh-huh. How simple is that? And if you put that to music, then you got yourself a slogan. So now that you've got all of these things, and if you would like some sort of printed information or something, I'm going to be starting a newsletter with descriptions and information from all of our broadcasts. So sign up for our newsletter. You can go to AllJOYInspired.store and sign up for a newsletter. I'm not going to spam you crap because I think that's a jerky thing to do. I'm not going to send you BS emails about because you either like my stuff or you don't. I'm not going to push it on you. I'm a shitty salesman like that. So please buy my stuff. But if you put your email in on the AllJOYInspired.com, I'm not going to spam you. So sign up for our newsletter. The only thing you'll get from me in our newsletter is information we went over in our broadcast, and maybe I'll send you a few jokes. I'll say hi, see how you're doing, but you're not going to have to put me in your junk folder. I promise. So after you've got your slogan, you've got your mission statement, you know how you want your brand to be seen by the public, you know who your customer base is, and how you want them to feel when they choose to buy your product or to hire you to do something for them. You've got all this down now. So what do you do next? Well, you got to decide how you physically want your business to look. How do you want your company to look? You got to pick your colors. Look at these colors. Look at these colors. Look at this. Look at all this. It's a little moody, right? My colors are a little moody. I'm hoping with the accent light here and the accent light here, it's a little bit of brightness in the dark. From darkness to light, right? And I believe heavily in darkness to light, because I came from the dark and I'm now a shining light of hope for people that need it. That's how I want the business to be seen. So my colors are darkness, focal point is light, and the colors I choose are moody. And I've got red up above me for my hair light, blue for the walls, which you can't clearly see because the diffuser is shining light on me. So I've got red, white, and blue. That was on purpose. red, white, and blue, including my accent lights, are blue. On purpose, because it makes my heart happy to do something. I don't have an American flag in the back because the wall is still unfinished, but I have a strong love for my country. I have a strong love for our veterans, our armed services, our first responders. So my colors when I do live broadcasts is red, white, and blue. But you didn't pick up on that, did you? You can do that. You can represent a mood of your business with the colors and the kind of print that you use. Doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. Nothing needs to be perfect. It doesn't need to be just right when you put these things into motion. Just get it started and fix it as you go along. That's how it works. Do you think Bill Gates showed up, that MFer? Do you think, okay, let's do something else. I don't want to talk about him. Okay, do you think the guy at Ford Motor Company or wherever, do you think he showed up and he had worldwide warehouses full of trucks? Oh, I mean, I don't know the history of Ford Motor Company, but the guy probably started with one vehicle. I think it was the T Model T or something. I don't know. Some of you guys out there, you know cars. You could write into the show and tell me, how did Ford Motor Company get started? But he showed up. It was just one guy. And he probably started in his garage, made this one car. It was a pretty cool thing. And then, then he made another car. People saw it and were like, hey, I want one of those. I'll give you money for it. Business is like that. Now, some people start on a grander scale. Yeah. But for myself and for some of you, when you're starting brand new and you're brand new at selling a product or a service, you've got to, oh shit, I got lost again. You got to decide how you want it to look. What kind of a mood are your colors or is your brand going to make people feel? Like with my colors, my red, white, and blue, which you guys didn't pick up on. I bet you didn't, but that was on purpose. But it's a very calm, very zen, very, very relaxed look that the show has, because I want you to be relaxed. You've got enough tension in your life already with the husband or the wife, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the kids, your job, your bills. That stuff sucks sometimes. And I don't want it to suck for you here with a lot of harsh lighting or a lot of in your face, graphics or something. I want you to be able to chill and listen to me or listen to the replay of the broadcast, which you can do, by the way, while you're driving somewhere. Somebody very, very smart, Robert Kiyosaki, once said, the world's most active classroom is someone's vehicle while they're driving. You can learn so much by listening to audiobooks, listening to podcasts, listening to replays of YouTube videos, connected to your vehicle's Bluetooth. Listen to the broadcast while you're driving to go to work or driving the kids around. You can pause it when you have to go inside somewhere and then hit play again when you get back in your car. I do it all the time. All the time. Yes. Now we're going to talk about something fun. Something absolutely fun. Oh, it says graphic. All right. Hang on, you guys. Now we're going to talk about design your logo. You see these things? This is what's called a logo. This is what's called a logo. And with a logo, you can put these everywhere. These go everywhere. They go on your websites. They go everywhere on your social media. They go on your videos that you make. They go on your ads, your banners, and even the internet browser up at the top. Whenever you look through the internet, these logos go along with that. Create a logo. It doesn't have to be perfect. It could be a dot inside of a square for all you care. It could be a simple square. Create a logo. Find something that you really love, that you feel connects you to your business. Now for me, I'm going to show you guys this. Hold on one second. Oh, heck. Okay. I don't know how to do this. I'm going to do this for just a sec. And You see that? That was on purpose. I created that. One, because when my faith taught me that after death there is eternal life, right? Now we're not supposed to talk about religion, but that's where the idea came from for me. That even though we can put something to rest, a life, we can put that to rest, we still have the ability to rise to a better place. So that who you are, no matter what you've done, no matter how sad you may once have been, or what trauma you've experienced, it is possible to put that to rest and to rise and to feel something better and do something better with your life. So create a logo that means something to you, something that you can tell a story about, something that will get people to ask you questions, because it goes everywhere. And I mean everywhere. And I don't know if you, okay, I'm going to go forward here. If you look really, really close, if you're on a computer, I don't know if you can see it if you're on mobile, the logo's right there too. I should probably change the color of that. But my logo's right there. And you see that little ghost, that spirit that's rising from the A? Yeah, all that was on purpose. Okay. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. Now we're getting into the good stuff. Now that you understand how to give your brand some teeth before you start putting it in the public's eye and the public awareness, now that you understand all of these different things that go into creating a brand, now I'm going to show you how to move that brand around and how to get people aware of that brand and talking about that brand. This is the part you guys have been waiting for. We've spent the first half of this program, of this show today, going through the tools that you need in order to move forward building brand awareness. You can't build brand awareness until you have a brand. Now that we've built a brand and you know how to do that, now I'm going to show you how to use these tools that you are learning to create in order to get your business in front of people's eyes in many, many different ways. We're going to diversify your options and have many different groups, many different markets of people thinking about your brand often, all the time. When they hear it, they're going to know it's you. They're going to know it's your product. One of the most powerful things you can do for your brand awareness, for people's awareness of what it is that you do or what you're selling, the most powerful thing you can do for your business's future is to tell its story. What is the story of your business? How did it come to be? Why did your business come to be? Whose lives are you trying to affect, and how? An example of this, and I keep coming back to this because it's something that I say often, and hopefully I believe it's something that people will just know without needing to be told. The story of AllJOYInspired. I heard a calling one day. I was feeling a certain type of way about what I was doing, and one day something really scary happened. And I thought if I didn't stop doing what I was doing for a living, I was going to die. And I heard a voice that told me, no more, you're done. The words were that I heard in my heart, you're done. And I listened to it. And the reason I launched this business is because some people get that message. Some people feel that way. I'm done. Can't do it one more day. And for one reason or another, they get stuck. They feel stuck. They don't know that they have options. Or they try some new things and they wind up going back to that old lifestyle. That doesn't have to be the case. The reason AllJOYInspired exists is to let people know there is another way. They don't have to feel beaten or defeated because of something they regret doing. You have choices. You have choices. There is joy waiting for you in one way or another, no matter what it is you believe or what you're hoping to do. It is possible. That's a brand story. What is your story? Why did you decide you wanted to open your business? I know a lot of our group experts go into business for one reason or another, and a lot of them have to do with major life events, major changes to a personal or marital or family identity, whether it be to counsel people who've lost children to demise, or people who have come out of incarceration. Maybe a loved one's come out of incarceration and they had the worst time getting back on their feet. There's a reason why you want to go into business for yourself. Tell the story. People want to hear it. People want to know why. Should they trust you? Are you just in it for the money? Because if you're just in it for the money, there's 1,000 other people who do that. And you know what? Most businesses fail within the first 2 years when money is your primary objective. Hand to God, promise you. Research it, look it up yourself on Google. How many businesses fail within the first 2 years? I would say most of them. Most of them. So you've got to have a stronger reason other than money, because money doesn't happen the way that you want it to. I mean, you might make pretty good money, but the big money happens after you've learned all of the fundamentals, after you put all the pieces together, after you've made all of the mistakes that new business owners need to make in order to learn how to be better at doing it. So the big money, that'll happen when you get better at all of the base stuff, all of the fundamental stuff, which is what you're learning here, which is what you can learn with our group experts in different areas of interest. Okay. So your brand story is the most powerful tool. Well, what are some other things that you can do to get your brand, the thing that you're working to create? What are some things that you can do to make that more exciting, more something that people want to talk about and people share? Well, you set up your social media pages. And that doesn't just mean throwing all of your eggs in one basket, because people use a ton of different websites. There are a ton of social media pages. Put something on all of them, every one of them, every single one of them, because you never know, the person that you reach might be the one social media website that you're not on. Put your business on as many of them as you can find. And there's software that will allow you to post your content, post your business's information, a couple times a week on all of them at one time. That's a computer thing. And there are people to hire to do that for you if you don't get computers, because damn, it's a lot. But social media pages, it's called a town square, where people talk, where people share things that are interesting or helpful to them. Social media. If you hate computers, if you hate talking to people, get over yourself. Get over it. Because the only way your business is going to be successful is if people know about it. And what better way to help people know who you are and what you do than by being where they're going to talk about it, which is social media. Ooh, blogs. What is a blog? A blog is almost like a diary. It's almost like inner thoughts, like behind the scenes of what you're doing. It's pretty interesting stuff. For you film folks or for you entertainment people, it's called B-roll. So whenever I was shooting a commercial, right? I have shot commercials. I've done TV shows. Whenever we were doing that, whenever they would say cut, there's always another camera for insurance purposes rolling. And it would capture all the things that people would be doing and saying while, they weren't performing or, saying their lines or something. So that's called B-roll. Now, a blog is like your business's B-roll. It shows people what happens behind the scenes. It shows what your employees are doing, or it talks about the things that your business is doing that aren't public knowledge. People want to know about this. Start a blog. It could be just a few sentences or a picture or something. It's something that you don't put on social media. It's kind of close to your heart. Like the Like, you guys all know about what AllJoy Inspired does. You know what products we sell. You know that we're opening another LLC under the corporation. But what you might not know is that I'm getting ready to enter a property dispute with my business's landlord. They are pulling some really sneaky, questionably illegal things with billing the business owners here in this complex for an emergency repair that we shouldn't have to pay for, because anything that's considered an emergency should be covered by property insurance. They didn't do that. They passed that right on to the business owners to pay that bill, and they're not supposed to do that. So that's something that I would put into a blog, some interesting information. Whew. Or you guys could do a podcast or a YouTube channel. Now, if you're smart, and like I do, I use a software. I use StreamYard to be able to put my broadcast everywhere, because who has the time to set up all kinds of different cameras and all sorts of different URLs and all that computer language? I don't have time for that. It's too hard for me. I get frustrated very easily. You can do all of these things and put all of these broadcasts everywhere. And it's not hard. And if you don't know how to do something, you don't know how to use a program, YouTube it. YouTube it, or ask them how. Ask other people how. Simplify it, but get your message out there. Get on YouTube. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You could be in your fuzzy slippers and a tank top with a mud mask on your face, but if you're talking to the people who need to hear your voice, who need that information, maybe a laugh. Girl, if you're going on YouTube in a mud mask and curlers, that is some gangster stuff right there. I didn't say, but that's some gangster right there. In fact, I might do that next week just for giggles, you know? But to get on camera, talk to people. If you're not cool with people looking at you, turn the camera off and just have the microphone on. You can do that. It's like a podcast, but going everywhere without video. You can do that, but get talking to people. Tell them your who, what, when, where, why. They need to think about you and your business and your brand for some reason every day. It is a strong thing to do, is to get on camera, do a podcast, do a YouTube channel. The newsletter. For people, for whatever reason, they can't watch your show, or they don't have time or the ability to listen to it in the car or while they're at the gym. A newsletter. Write down the information that you want people to know and send that to them. Now, there are such things as email funnels where you set up sales to people, and those can be highly effective. If you are heavy into email funnels, sometimes your newsletter is going to get lost in the spam folder. So set up some sort of arrangement with your customer base that sales emails come from one address maybe, and a newsletter comes from a different email address. So they know not to throw that one away. Okay. Merchandise. Merchandise, branding merchandise. When I was still on camera as a performer, I would sell stickers, I would sell posters, I would sell coffee cups, like this one. This is an example of merchandise. It's got your brand name on it. It's got like a fun little image, and it's got the brand name right here and one of the things that they sell. I love this mug. I have this with me every day. I have like 4 or 5 of them actually, and they're everywhere. There's got one in my broadcasting studio. I've got one in my office, got one, at the house. I got one in a cooler somewhere that I use. Put your brand on stuff like this. Make some coffee cups, make some posters, make some stickers, or, that you can put on packaging. Sell keychains, pens. The very first branded item I ever created when I started this business was pens. I have a box of them, and, I haven't put them up on the website yet because I'm not actually shipping things out myself. I'm having a warehouse ship all my stuff. So that'll be next. But merchandise, you want people to be using something that has your brand name on it. It doesn't have to be expensive. I think I made each pen, which I would sell for, I don't know, $5 or $8. I think the overhead just to make the product was like $1.29. But no, it's not unfair to up the price of something beyond the merchandise cost, because you have to pay for the labor, you have to pay for the shipping of receiving that product, you have to pay for the packaging, you have to pay for the overhead of the actual office that you're doing all this work in. So for people who are like, we charge too much? No, I don't charge enough. I really don't. Because if something costs me $5 to make, I should be charging 20 for it. And if I don't charge 20 for it, or if I don't charge close to 20 for it, I'm actually losing money to sell it. So make merchandise. It's not expensive, and you can make a little bit of a profit on it, or a lot of profit. Oh, and your branding. Put your social media links everywhere. Everywhere. Put your Twitter, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitch, your Rumble, your YouTube, put all of that everywhere. Put it on your business cards, put it on your website, put it on your checkout page, put it on your social media post if the platform will let you, because not all of them do. I know that Twitter no longer allows you to post your Instagram profile, or Facebook gets a little itchy if you post your Twitter page, because they're a-holes. they're just a-holes. Social media, put them everywhere. Anywhere that you're able to, put the links attached to those icons. Have them everywhere. Kind of like different abilities to pay for your products. You have more than one payment ability. So you have the PayPal, you have the Shopify, you have Visa, MasterCard, all of that. You want people to be able to reach you in one way or another. Next, how do we get people talking about your brand? Hold contests that have prizes for your brand or your service. Wow. What does that mean? How do you increase awareness with holding contests? Contests can be held for many different reasons. One of them to encourage engagement. Another one can be to help people move beyond an activity that's blocking them. When Digging from Darkness and Living in Light was brand new, and I mean brand spanking new, what I would do, and I still do, is we hold a personal development and leadership contest once a month, in which people would win prizes for making steps forward in their development. The reason for doing that was to get people who were just sitting back and observing what the group has to offer into actually doing something for themselves. And even if that step that they took was seemingly insignificant to them or other people, it gets them stepping out of their comfort zone. So the prizes that you offer encourage people to take action beyond what they're already doing. An example of a social media contest that you can have is tag your friend. If you tag 5 friends in this, you are entered into a contest to win a prize. Like, for instance, next week, I am going to hold a social media contest for people who want to win a free t-shirt of their choice, or a free product from my website of their choice. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that. I think it might be, I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But it might be like, share this post. Or if you retweet this, or you tag me in a post, the people who share my posts the most will win a free prize of like 5 free t-shirts or something. You can do things like this and actually follow through on it, guys. If you're going to hold a contest, follow through with it and announce the winner. Announce the winner, because otherwise it just comes across as dishonest. Ask for permission to share the name and photo, but like, share who the winner is so people believe, yeah, this is real, and they'll maybe be encouraged to join the next contest. Contests are a fantastic way to get people to engage with what you're doing for whatever reason. And keep an eye open for your hidden gems. There are some people who became part of the leadership contest in Digging from Darkness, Living in Light, who wound up being incredibly powerful personalities and stories that have gone on to change people's lives. So count nobody out. Look for those people who are quiet, individuals who might prefer to be unseen. Seek them out. When it comes to your brand, you want those people to share the news about what you're doing. Okay. Oh, snap. All right. I think we are just about there, you guys. You've been so awesome. Especially if you're under the gun and you're not getting the results that you really, really need or the results that you were expecting. What do you do then? What if you're doing all of these things that I'm teaching you and you're still not getting results? Well, there is help out there. I'm going to explain to you who to look for and who to hire if you need extra help. These things take time to develop. It's not going to be Superman versus Batman. Don't get me started about that movie, by the way. Oh, CinemaSins and I would have a field day with that. I am a comic book nerd. But you're not going to be this magic power when you first start your business. There comes times when you're going to need some help. And it's going to take time to learn these things. And if you don't have the time to wait because you're not making a living right now, or because your other job fell through, or you have a massive new responsibility that needs more money to come into your life, there are people out there, there are folks out there that you can go to for help, to show you and to teach you while you're developing these skills that you so desperately need to be successful. There are people that you can hire to help you of all different ranges in price. And prices most of the time can be negotiated for a percentage of the service. Some people are very understanding, especially if you appeal to their humanity. Advertising. I absolutely detest advertising. I am a person who's just very, here it is. This is what I've got. Do you want it or not? I'm not going to beg you to want it. Right? I've been that way with everything in my life, whether it be with men, whether it be with a job, whether it be with a health condition. Do you want this or not? I'm not going to be a dick about it, but I'm not going to make myself crazy trying to convince you to want something you don't want. It just feels dishonest to me. Advertising, though, is different than trying to convince people to want something they don't want. What advertisers do is they help to find the people that most likely would want what it is that you're doing. Advertisers. There are social media managers. They're called social media managers. What they do is they know the ins and outs of like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all of the Twitch and there's like 1,000 of them. But social media managers know how advertising on these platforms work. And they have a business to do that for you. So you don't have to hurt your brain trying to figure out all the rules. Oh my God. I kid you not. I kid you not. I have a 6-inch binder of rules just for one platform because I'm an a-hole like that. And I wanted to know, hey, if you are going to delete my account again, I want to know why. This thing's like an encyclopedia. That's just for one of them. Imagine if all of these platforms have all these nitpicky rules. You really want to sit down and read all of that? Or do you have the time to? Do you get aggravated with technical ins and outs of programmings and platforms? There are people who go to school or people who are educated. Some of my classmates, the graduates and the group experts that I'm in, they know how to do this. And God bless them, because if I have to open one more ed, I'm going to have a fit. I'm going to have a fit. So advertising, if you don't have an interest in it or if it upsets you, people are available at a reasonable cost to do these things for you. It'll charge your business with the activity it needs while you're doing other things. Take some stress off your hands. SEO services. Do you guys know what SEO services are? I sure as heck didn't know what it was. Nor did I know why it was even important. Why should I care? It sounds like some Ivy League mumbo jumbo that people talk about just to feel important in mixed company, right? I'm just a regular lady. I'm a grandma. I got 2 kids. I didn't even have a cell phone until I was 20 years old. What do I know about SEO services? It, SEO services stand for search engine optimization. And what that means is it's bits and pieces of information about your business, about your brand, about you, about your story, about all of these other things that you put into making your business an entity while you're creating your empire. Search engine optimization are keywords, and they belong in certain places of all your websites and all your links that help you become the first thing that people see when they look for you. There's work that goes into this. Over time, if you build enough assets, build enough pieces of your business, your search engine optimization will get to a pretty good level. But someone else might be putting more effort into it, and that will make you still less visible. There are companies and people that know how to do this for a living. Get some help. Now, what I have found, and this is my honest assessment because I don't want to give you hope, most of them charge a frick ton of money. I have never seen or spoken to an SEO specialist who didn't want less than several $1,000s. And for me, I'd rather put that back in my pocket. So I'm going to take the time to learn and be willing for my business not to be as visible as it possibly could be. Although I'm pretty sure if you Google AllJoy Inspired, it comes right up. It comes right up. And part of doing that is having the words on the internet enough. Do that with your social media, with your blogs, with your newsletters, with your advertising. The more your name is out there, the more searchable it's going to be, which is good for your business and your sales. Network events. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Go to networking events. Meet other business owners. And it doesn't have to be in your field. Meet other business owners. When I went to school to do what we do now, and I went to a couple of different schools at the same time because I'm an a-hole like that. Oh, yeah, I did. I put myself and my family through that, by the way. I went to all these schools at one time. No regrets, right? No regrets. Still got it done. Go to networking events. Go to meet businesses, business owners of other areas of interest, because your product or service might help them do what they're doing, might help them do their job. Or maybe they need you. I know a couple of us, we do coaching. We help people create goals and stay on track to achieve them. If you are a coach that caters to businesses and at a networking event, you discover that this business is having some trouble that you know how to fix, or you know how to get them on the right track to fix them. That's an incredible opportunity to make a living, right? Go to conventions. People go to conventions to spend money. Get out of your head. Get out of what you understand conventions to be. People go there and expect to spend money. The only reason I would go to conventions was to sell posters, sell stickers, sell pictures, 8x10s, and it was to let people know, hey, I'm still here. I'm still amazing, by the way. So with AllJoy Inspired, what we do is we go to business meetings, go to city council meetings, we go to the Chamber of Commerce, we meet with organizations and charities. Take yourself as a representative of your business to these public places where other business owners of different areas of expertise or interest are gathering for whatever reason. It could be a political rally. If you're not going to be an a-hole about it and you don't agree, fine, but just talk to business owners. Most people at political rallies, yeah, never mind. But you get the idea, right? Church is a good one. If you go to church or synagogue or a mosque or, where do the Buddha people go? I don't know. But go where people gather to worship their faith. A lot of people go there and they have other areas, other things they want to talk about other than, the sermon. Talk to people. Go where people are. Oh, man. Today was a long show. I am so sorry about that. You guys have been so fantastic. We do have some announcements. Before we get to the Q&A, and I promise I'm going to get to talking to you guys, we have some announcements. All Joy Inspired is expanding. I am not at liberty to start talking about that business yet, that expansion yet, because it is still in development. Like some of you may still be developing your business or what it is that you actually want to do. So you may know you want a business, but you may not know exactly what you want to do or who you want to serve. Totally okay. All in good time, right? But we are expanding even more. Our gift store, which is going to support us financially so we can reach out to people who need our help. So please visit AllJOYInspired.store. We have something for everyone, even as young as little tiny newborns to toddlers to tweens and teens and wives, girlfriends, brothers, sisters, grandma. We have funny t-shirts, and new t-shirts are added every week. And the proceeds go to support our mission to reach out to people who need us the most. So please check them out. Now we are going to look. Oh, okay. I see you. Goliath Newborn. Hi. Hi. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming. Good to see you. And we've got Nicholas. Hi, Nicholas. You have a question? Caleb. Oh, you all know. You know what I'm talking about, Caleb. Chris is back. Chris is our resident bad boy. Chris has gotten banned from platforms over and over and over again. Chris is a fun guy. And not everybody can be in the presence of such greatness and be okay with themselves when they're done that experience. It's not your problem, Chris. You do you. You do you. Oh, Caleb, are you being a bad sport right now? Oh no. Okay, you guys. I don't see anything awful being said so far. You guys, if we're having an issue, Chris, you know how to get a hold of me. Get a hold of me, okay, hon? Oh, I see. Okay. So no, I am not here to be your mommy. I am no longer performing adult entertainment. And if you come here to spread that noise, you're not welcome here. That's not what we do here. So I see you. Okay. I may do 1 or 2 projects a year if you're lucky. I mean, if that's what makes you happy, then right on, dude, you know? Where are we at? Where are you at? Oh, that's all good. That's all good. You know, I take a good look at it before, you know, I block anybody. We did have to block one person who's getting a little XXX with the language here, and I'm like, nah, we're cool. We're cool. I'm not about that. Chris, you know I love you, and Caleb is awesome too. I know you guys might have had a tit for tat, but you're both really good people. So I understand that, like, you know, misunderstandings happen, especially you guys are I don't think you know each other, but you're just internet commenters, which is cool. I see Jamal Walker here. Hi, Jamal. How are you, hon? Where did your comment go? Oh, excuse me, Jamal Whitaker. I like you. I want to talk to you. Get a hold of me tomorrow, would you? I think you and I would have a really cool conversation. Oh, this is nice. We got a cute little conversation happening here. You guys are all about it. All right, there is a whole conversation happening here. Oh my gosh, Ari Rosenbaum. For those of you who don't know Ari and I have known each other for about 15 years now. He is my voice of reason when the world is going crazy. Ari is a wealth of knowledge. If you find Ari, get a hold of him in the group. He is a fun dude. And we have got Ivan Jimenez, last week's guest and brand new business owner. Oh my God. I can't wait to have you back on the show so we can see how your business is going, or the development of the business. Man, I am so excited for you. All right, you guys, it is just about time for, Caleb, I'm going to give you a hug, man. Guys, it's just about time for me to go. I'm going to get home to my amazing, wonderful husband who's not listening to the show because he's probably still at work. Yeah, the mailmen's, they work on Sundays too now. They deliver Amazon. And that's something. You guys have been amazing. I adore every single one of you. Thank you for being here today. That's it for us today, you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day.